What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's another day working on another Honda or another project in general, but just I seem to be accumulating Hondas lately. I don't know what the story is. We're working on the red Integra today, the red Integra with the JDM front end. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'll put them in the description below. Make sure you go back, check them out. There's all kinds of stuff we're doing on the Integra. Still working on the K20 swap in the Integra, and we're gonna get the exhaust done. I got a PLM header for it now, and let's check things out. And the list of Honda things not going well. Well, I mean, we need new tires for that, so that's not a big deal. But, well, we had a few hiccups here. Hey, did you get a couple hiccups?
One or two.
So we had to use the PLM swap header, was the only one that would clear here. Battery tray's got to go back in yet, Tegan, right? You got the injectors there. We need a rad hose. The throttle body.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so the cable-driven throttle body does not work on the aluminum intake, so we need to get the adapter for that. We have the shift cables in. We got to put the shifter in. Need a belt yet. But overall, it's going pretty good, hey?
Yeah, more or less.
We got to figure out the exhaust and see if that's going to line up next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fits, that doesn't.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out, yeah. Perfect. Installed. Nice. All right. And then this over here needs tires. I think pretty much we're close on that thing, hey? Alignment?
Tires, yeah, alignment. What was it?
Can't remember. Tires, alignment.
I don't remember.
And set ride height, I think. It wasn't much.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty close. So, yeah. So there's that beautiful rig for somebody. It's getting close. But yeah, there's the old tires. Let's take a stroll over to Steve's mountain of Honda shit here and look for the box that has the exhaust. I think it's this energy box. That's the box right there. Look at that box. All right, we're gonna see now if this exhaust is gonna fit. This is the other half of the header. That's the 4-to-1, and then the 1-to-1, I guess.
One is the atmosphere.
I guess 1-to-1, yeah. So I am a little bit concerned about the oil pan because the oil pan does sit lower than the rad support by a few inches, and this is on the high setting, so I don't like that. We do need to get a belt. We did get the CV axles installed now. There's one CV axle, another CV axle, and then the PLM header. We did get the exhaust all done up. This exhaust didn't fit with the long tube header, so we got that done. And then we got to put the muffler on. I do have concerns, however, because on this K20 in particular, I'm using a standalone harness. The O2 sensor is on the body chassis side, whereas it's not usually gonna, I don't know what to do yet. We'll figure that out. But anyway, yeah, so here's PLM header, and things are looking good. Maybe I'll show you under the hood how things are looking up there. So I will say I do love the stance in this car. I was going to weld up and get these holes filled, but I don't know now. We're kind of going over budget on a lot of things. So I think we're just going to plug them with some plugs, and we'll leave it like that. We do have a rear wiper for it off the other car. Moving along over here. This is a carbon fiber hood, but somebody painted it, so that's kind of unfortunate. So the K20 is coming along really nice. We do have the standalone tuck harness in there now, although it's not completely finished, obviously. We do have the cables roughly run. We're just kind of getting a feel for what we need and where space is and how things are going. But we got the rad back in here, and things are looking good, filling up. But this is going to be, in my opinion, a super cool car when it's done. So, yeah, it's moving along. All right, guys, welcome back. It's another day. We're getting things done on the red Integra. If you're not up to speed, I'll walk you through it real quick here, kind of give you an overview of where we're at. But things are going good. The project's going good. One thing I'll give Honda, like, this shit just goes together so easy. If you're putting a LS in like one of those things, no, just kidding, that's different. Let's say you're putting an LS into something like a Chevelle. It never goes just quick and easy. Like this car, we don't have a lot of time into it, and I'm gonna show you how fast everything's been going together. So I'll flip it around here and I'll give you guys a walk around. So if you're just joining, obviously we have the Integra and we've got it lowered and we've got it on 15s and stuff like that. But we have done, for those who have been following along. So now, as I mentioned before, we did change the seats out. So we do have the proper GSR seats in it. We do have the center console, and we did add a rear seat because somebody had deleted the rear seat at some point. All went in nice. We do have the shifter in there now. It's functioning. And then we put the new fuse box right there, and it actually looks, it tucks in there nice. Serge got all the trim panels trimmed away. Whew, try and say that 3 times fast. I still have to get this welded up back here. I'm on the fence though, because it's a $1,200 touch, and it really chews into the profitability of the car. I could get another Type R spoiler. You know, they're a couple $100 on eBay. I could paint it. I don't know. Like, I'm really on the fence. I am leaning towards welding it up though. This side, we did get the Nardi steering wheel in there, and again with the GSR seats, it needs a good cleaning. It actually looks worse on camera than it does in person. But yeah, shifters in there is looking great. Got the interior in there now. Let's check under the hood. We got the wiper motors in there now, because remember, it didn't have the wipers before. K20's coming along nice. We got the swap header back there. Got the harness on, belt on, power steering. I need to finish the power steering. Gonna get some lines for it. I gotta get a clutch line for it, but things are cruising pretty good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this car. This is gonna be a really rad car. It's got the JDM front end on it. Like, if you stand back and look at this, like, look how cool that looks. I don't know. I have such a soft spot for these cars. And you know what's funny? This is the funny thing, and the irony in all of this. These cars were never built originally by Honda to be kept. I would say they were a throwaway car like the Civic, like an EG or something, but they were never, like, nobody thought they'd be desired and sought after like they are today. But the Acura Integra has just held its own, and it's been doing fantastic for years. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna get this K20 swap finished up here. We're moving along on it. We do have all the exhaust welded underneath. I didn't get a video of that. I probably should have. Yeah, things are looking good. One thing, if you don't know who I am, obviously my name is Steve. And actually on this channel, it's Stevie Coose. Where did that come from? I had a friend make a joke about Chip Foose, and he called me Stevie Foose. Anyway, so I do have a Honda CRX K20, all-wheel drive, turbo, 650 horsepower. It's a beast. And I'm actually thinking of giving it away on my main channel. So if you check out Steven Coose, that's my main channel. There's actually, if you go to my profile or about or whatever, there's a thing there. The videos are much more edited, and it's different than this channel. But anyway, this is the car I'm thinking about giving away on that channel. And I don't know, like, it's tough, but I think it'd be fun. So anyway, check it out. So here it is. Some of you may have seen it. It's been on a lot of viral videos, but 650 horsepower. It's got the K20 Z3 in it, GT35 turbo, custom header, manifold, big intercooler, big rad, all-wheel drive system. Inside of it, it's got nice race seats in it. It does have the race pack. It's got the gauges. It does have the sparkle wheel, similar shifter to the car we're currently working on. So yeah, check out my main channel. I'm considering giving this away on there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay guys, the Integra is cruising along. I did change the plans with the Integra. I'll get into that later on, you know, different wheels, stuff like that. We do have a JDM spoiler coming for it. We got the interior together. I'm not sure if I did a video previously about it. We're working on the wiring right now, making sure everything works as it should. Moving over here, the K20 is coming along nicely. Got the wiring going. The one thing I did run into was I went with a standalone harness, not realizing it was a JDM harness. So it is missing the VTEC solenoid oil pressure sensor. So we're gonna have to wire that in with the original harness there off this, and we'll put it in there. You know, we got some parts here, clutch lines and some control arms, stuff like that. We are gonna use a different power steering reservoir relocated over here. And then we'll have to run the pressure line, which will be ugly, unfortunately, but it's gonna go around that way. So this car will have power brakes, power steering, power windows. It'll be kind of cool that way. So things are moving along, looking good, and keep you guys updated.